Okay, this is for what you guys missed. This is 5.5 day one. Actually, we're only going to have one day of 5.5. So here it is, rational root theorem. It's actually pretty straightforward and easy. The worksheet that I have is a little overboard, so probably have to tweak that a little bit, and I'll try to send you something about how that's tweaked. So then identify the rational roots and how we're going to do this. Okay, it's actually really pretty easy. So the x-intercepts is also known as the roots. It's also known as the zeros and the intercepts. Okay, so there's a lot of ways. Find the roots of the polynomial. To do so, when I find this roots, now here's the grand scheme of things. When I see a problem like this, I'm going to try to factor this by grouping. So I'm going to see these, I'm going to take out the x squared. I got x plus 3. And here I'm going to take out a negative 1. I got x plus 3. So that means that this is equal to x plus 3 times x squared minus 1 equals 0. X is equal to negative 3, and x squared minus 1 equals 0. X squared is equal to 1. X is equal to plus or minus 1 because I take the square root of both sides. So there are all the roots. This one's not too bad. So whenever I get to something like this, if I can factor it, I want to factor this. Now the next one, and I'm going to show you this by factor by grouping. So if I look at this, coefficient here is a 1, and I multiplied here. So multiplies to make 100, adds to make negative 29. So that means my numbers are negative 4 and negative 25. X to the fourth, this comes straight down, minus 4x squared. This x squared is always what this is. If it's x, it's x. If it's x to the 6, it's x to the 6th. Minus 25x squared, so I'm picking these two numbers, plus 100. That comes straight down, that comes straight down. Now I factor by grouping. Okay, I can take out x squared. I have x squared minus 4. Here I can take out negative 25, and I have x squared minus 4. Pairs, spares. Okay, so now same thing as what I just did. X squared minus 4 equals 0. X squared is equal to 4. Take the square root of both sides. X is plus or minus 2. X squared minus 25 equals 0. X squared is equal to 25. X is equal to plus or minus 5. Now, both these two are examples of ones that I can actually do and I can actually finish. So that worked out really well. What happens if they're not? So if they are not, here's what I do. Okay, we're going to use the rational root theorem. We identify what it does is it identifies the roots of this. And what you do is you divide the constant term by the leading coefficients. Find all those factors. The factors are the possibilities. Now, to me, this is kind of hard to read, but this is the nuts and bolts of the whole thing today. Let's see what this looks like. 8. So in the constant term, that's this one right here. So that's negative 8. Our leading coefficient right here this time is 1. So all the factors of 8 and all the factors of 1. So the factors of negative 8 are negative 8 times 1, 8 times negative 1, 4 times negative 2, and negative 4 times 2. All the factors of 1 are just 1, so these are just going to have denominators of 1. So in this case, really what I have is I have plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 8. That's all that I'm finding. That's what this whole 5.5 day one is about, is finding my choices. Not doing anything, just finding them. So now here, okay? So I have this right here. So this is negative 15, and 1 is this one. So my possible roots, I got negative 1 times 15, 1 times negative 15, 3 times negative 5, and negative 3 times 5. And my denominator for all these is 1. So really what I want to do, 1, 3, 5, 15. One of those should work. So those are my possibilities. Okay, here, this one's on stink because I got negative 24 and 1. So really all I need to do is look at the roots of this. So I got plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, 4 times 6, 3 times 8, 12, 2 times 12, and 1 times 24. Lots of choices, 24. Don't really like that. Okay, now, so all those are possibilities. We want to guess and check to find the right one. If the remainder is 0, that one works, and that's what we want to work on here a little bit more in the future. So this one, possibilities, this and this. So possibles, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5, because this is 1. So again, I'm looking for the factors of negative 1, negative 5, and 1. Okay, possibilities, so I got negative 8 and 1. Possibility for plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 8. Okay, so I got 50 over 1. So that means I got 1, 2, 5, 25, and 50. Actually, they can be both plus or minus because they could be positive or negatives multiplied to make that. That's what we got for today.